really see the light. Plus, I'm low on blood. They stole my blood, you know. Man, somebody communicated in reference to my mother and father, government man, the fact that your people trying to steal everything is not very good. And the roll protocol, do you not know what that means? Still hitting me in the teeth, right across here. You know, my parents owned tobacco companies, you dumbass government psycho. American product, too. So you need to go back to the country you came from. Enough for, I can fit probably, I mean, this is kind of a small hot tub, but one girl here, one girl there, one girl maybe there. Better quit touching my royal teeth, government man. Don't forget, and hello, Gilded Age, how you guys doing? And hello up there in Rhode Island and New York and other places. And yeah, I'm thinking about getting a front fence here one of these days. And don't forget, these people are trying to steal all my benefits that I was supposed to have received when the government had injured me when I was a little boy. If it wasn't for my father that I did the surgeries when I was a little boy, I would have died, you know, and I was in a coma for a long time. And the U.S. government's trying to pretend like they didn't have something to do with it. Most of these politicians that are in office now had nothing to do with some of the things that happened back then. But the fact that they're blocking me from my monies gets them involved in the criminal refusal of their people. Them refusing my rights, them refusing the roll protocol information. You can't be in government if you're refusing the roll protocol of my identity. You can't even be on TV. That's what protects my companies from communists and my land and property from anybody trying to steal anything or anybody trying to steal my identity. You know that, right? So in reference to the factuality, if you're in government and you're refusing that document, you have to get impeached. And in reference to government refusing me my benefits, I had lifelong benefits when I was a little boy because my mother and father was the two richest people in the country. And the government was involved in the murder of my grandparents. So in reference to the government doing things like that and them refusing my rights gets them indicted. As if they made me hiccup. As if they were conspiring with the previous administrations that had murdered my parents. Do you understand how they continue their lies in their government positions, and it gets them indicted for their crimes, meaning it gets them as them conspiring with previous administrations. You know that, right? That's what happens. Don't forget, his mother and father might come back to life soon. Yeah, my mother and father are frozen and they might come back to life sometime soon. Of course, That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? And hello, Walt Disney World, and hello, studios in Hollywood, and TV stations, and radio stations, and hello, Vegas, and hello, friendly people, hello, friendly countries. It's getting windy out here now. It's at 91 degrees temperature. So, well, I haven't received any monies yet, or any of, I got kidnapped from my mother and father's mansions, and there was, groundskeepers and people that worked on the properties, and I haven't heard anything from them. Even though some of them might have worked on jobs, and see, in reference to the government and their activities, some of them might, back to the point of some of the people from some of my mother or father's mansions, some of them may have worked on jobs in the past where I have worked, because these government people was refusing me access to my money and property and land and a low deeds department. What do you expect me to do? I need money. They're refusing my tax-free status at every business. They haven't comped anything. They haven't credited me with any thing on my card, my debit card, or anything. So what do you expect somebody to do? It's attempts of murder in reference to financial refusals. And that's what it looks like. That's what it's going to log as in the records. And, you can't be in government if you're refusing my identity. So I'm one of the largest landowners in the country in reference to my mother and father's estates and my grandparents. You can't win. But you're going to get sued every day for conspiring. And that's the way it has to be done. If you were in this situation that I'm in, if you had the same type of situation, you'd be bitching and complaining too. You would be complaining about the facts and the refusals that these government people are doing. It's illegal, what they're doing. They don't have no legal right. They won't ever. And some of these politicians had met my mother before. Some of these government people had met my father before. So in reference to the refusals and the activities of people doing this, it has to be logged in information. And all the information that these people are refusing goes on their records. And it has to go on their records all the time. They can't be refusing who I am or who my parents are. You know that, right? I mean, what do you expect me to do? I'm the victim here. I've been victimized by these people for so many years, and it's not fair, but they've been doing these things. Got a little light over there. Low on blood. Plus, in reference to me eating at McDonald's, my mother supposedly put $1 million at McDonald's for me a long time ago, and I don't know where it's at. I haven't received nothing. And all the lights on that side, so it kind of shadows the back of the arm. I'm not sure what are my biceps in reference to, I'm not sure which person has the biggest biceps in bodybuilding based on average height or which height somebody is, but a lot of people always talk about 22-inch guns or 22-inch arms or something. I'm not sure how big mine are, but they're playing Photoshop sometimes with the camera, so it's one of those things where they would They try to make things look strange or something. And it's a fish lens too. See how dark it's getting real quick? There's a quarter moon up there. It's staying around 91 degrees. But they haven't even mentioned the location for where I'd be able to pick up information. I'm supposed to have fan clubs too. And in reference to my athletic accomplishments, anybody trying to steal them, you know. And somebody say, well, if you hadn't, I had to play as different sports athletes for protection reasons. And I never cheated anybody in my athletic activities either. So in reference to anybody talking shit or anybody slandering my character, don't even dare, because I always played, you know, tough in sports, always put effort into it, so you don't have no right trying to shit on me. And hello, Dallas Cowboys, and hello, Denver Broncos and Dan Reeves. No, I didn't receive the swim spa, obviously. And nobody has sent any information. Nobody's put any notes on the door. Nobody has put anything in the mail, postal mail here. I'm going to turn on the light on the camera to see if that works.